Athletics versus Seattle Mariners, the Athletics, 59-70. And the Seattle Mariners, 68-60, will play their second of a three-game series in the AL West. The regular season series between these teams is split 5-5 coming into this set. The first game of this series was played on Friday. The A's will start Jeffrey Springs, 4.24 ERA, while Seattle is sending out George Kirby, 4.22 ERA. The Athletics are catching some momentum recently, as they just swept the Minnesota Twins in 3 games on the road. This may be too little too late, as they are not mathematically eliminated from playoff contention yet, but are still 9.5 games out of the final playoff spot in the American League. They are ahead of the White Sox and have surpassed the Twins, but would still have to pass over multiple teams to find their way into extra baseball. In their last game against Minnesota, the Athletics grabbed an 8-3 win as Tyler Soderstrom went 4-4 and is now on a strong 19-game hitting streak. Soderstrom has the best batting average on the team at .273 and is now up to 23 home runs and 74 RBIs on the season. He is in his 3rd season in the majors and has been batting 4th in the lineup as their left fielder. Nick Kurtz also had 2 hits and an RBI on Thursday. The rookie is putting up big numbers with 26 home runs and 68 RBIs while taking the leadoff spot as their first baseman. Lawrence Butler is their fastest player. He has 17 stolen bases and is batting 231 with 17 home runs from the 2nd spot in their lineup as the center fielder. Jeffrey Springs will make his 25th start of the season, and the 32-year-old left-hander leads the team in innings pitched this season. He has a 10-8 record with a 4.24 ERA to go with 114 strikeouts against 42 walks. In his last start, Springs gave up 5 runs in 4.2 innings in a loss to the Angels. The Seattle Mariners are fighting for their playoff lives, but things have not been going well recently, as they have lost all of their last 5 games coming into this series with the Athletics. They lost their last 2 against the Mets, then got swept in Philadelphia by the Phillies. Seattle will be ready to get back to the West Coast, as they are currently clinging on to the final wildcard spot, with the Kansas City Royals just 2 games behind them in the race. In their last game against the Phillies, the Mariners got smoked, giving up 20 hits and 11 runs in the blowout loss. Seattle had just 5 hits and will need their offense to get going again here at home. 3 of those 5 hits came from Julio Rodriguez. Their young star center fielder batted 3rd in the lineup and now is up to 25 home runs and 71 RBIs on the season. Cal Raleigh is their top player. He went 0 for 4 on Thursday against the Phillies, but still leads the MLB in home runs with 47 and is 2nd in RBIs with 102. Raleigh batted 2nd as the catcher, but also takes the DH spot frequently to preserve his energy at the plate. George Kirby will make his 17th start of the season as a 27-year-old right-hander. He has an 8-6 record with the team, going 4-1 overall in his last 5 starts. His ERA is 4.22 to go with 94 strikeouts against 23 walks. In his last start, Kirby gave up 7 runs in 4 innings in a loss against the Mets. The Athletics are sending out Springs, and he leads the team in innings pitched and has been their most reliable arm all season. Meanwhile, the Mariners are sending out Kirby, and despite a recent collapse against the Mets, he was very strong in his previous 4 outings. These 2 strong pitchers will lead to an under. Seattle is coming off a series against the Phillies where they struggled to get their offense going. The Athletics just beat up the Twins, but Minnesota's pitching staff was not in good shape. With both rotations set to dominate and offenses inconsistent, these teams will likely battle it out in a low-scoring, tightly contested game. These teams are trending in opposite directions. We may look back at 2025 and say the Mariners were better than the Athletics, but not in late August. The Athletics just swept the Twins. Their young offensive stars have been consistent, including Soderstrom, who is on a 19-game hit streak, and Kurtz, who continues to impress as a rookie. Meanwhile, the Mariners just got swept by the Phillies, and their offense is not clicking, as they only have 5 hits in the game against the Phillies where their opponents had 20 hits. The Mariners are starting Kirby, and he just got lit up by the Mets for 12 hits and 7 runs in under 5 innings. Adding to their struggles, Seattle has shown vulnerabilities in bullpen depth and timely hitting, making it difficult for them to bounce back quickly against a surging Athletics team that is playing with confidence and momentum. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Athletics Moneyline. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Kansas City Royals versus Detroit Tigers. The Kansas City Royals face the Detroit Tigers with both teams looking to improve on strong seasons. The Royals have a 66-63 record, and with 8 wins in their last 10 games, they have leaped into second place in the American League Central Division. The Tigers are 77-53, and with 4 wins in a row, they have the best record in the division. The Royals are playing great baseball at the moment and hope a strong finish can put them in the postseason. Michael Wacha will start the upcoming game, and he looks to improve on what's been a rough season on the mound as he's allowed 53 runs and 143 innings pitched. In addition, with a .259 expected opponent batting average, a 17.7 strikeout percentage, and a 3.95 expected ERA, opponents are making contact and driving in runs at will against Wacha this season. Wacha has struggled, but the lineup has also been a disappointment, scoring only 3.82 runs per game. Bobby Witt Jr. is slashing 295/353/501 with 18 home runs and 248 total bases, while Michael Garcia is slashing 299.36, 2.466 with 12 home runs and 218 total bases. But the rest of the lineup has struggled. Only 4 active batters have an OPS plus over 100, and opposing pitchers can eliminate the hapless lineup as a result. The Tigers are having a great season and look to secure the best record in the American League. Chris Paddock will start the upcoming game, and he looks to improve on what's been a rough season, allowing 79 runs and 132 innings pitched. Additionally, with a .283 expected opponent batting average, a 17.2 strikeout percentage, and a 4.84 expected ERA, opponents are making contact against Paddock and driving in runs with ease, putting added pressure on Detroit's defense to keep games close. Paddock has struggled, but the lineup has carried them, scoring 4.82 runs per game with 25 runs in the last 4 games. Riley Green is slashing 263/317/503 with 29 home runs and 241 total bases, while Spencer Torkelson is slashing 241/335/473 with 26 home runs and 210 total bases. But the rest of the lineup has stepped up as well. Wensiel Perez is slashing 261/323/473 with 10 home runs and 107 total bases, while Colt Keith and Zach McKinstry have added 21 home runs and 310 total bases to round out the lineup, making the Tigers tough to put away at the plate. Their depth ensures there's always a threat in every spot of the order, and even on off nights from the stars, secondary contributors have consistently delivered, keeping opposing pitchers under pressure and extending innings. Both starting pitchers have struggled this season, setting the stage for what could be a high-scoring contest from the very first inning. The Royals should have ample opportunities to plate base runners against Chris Paddock, who has allowed 79 runs in 132 innings pitched, as Bobby Witt Jr., Mikel Garcia, and the rest of the lineup look to make consistent contact and capitalize on mistakes. Meanwhile, the Tigers' offense has been red hot, scoring 25 runs over their last 4 games, and they should have no trouble running up the score against Michael Wacha, who has allowed 53 runs in 143 innings this season. Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, Colt Keith, and the rest of Detroit's lineup will swing aggressively, aiming to drive in runs and punish any poorly located pitches. With both offenses showing the ability to generate runs efficiently and the starting pitching prone to early damage, this game has all the makings of a high-scoring affair. Bettors should expect the over to hit as both lineups step up, capitalize on their chances, and keep the action lively from start to finish, with multiple innings likely featuring big hits and momentum swings. The Royals have been playing solid baseball lately, but the Tigers are the best team in the American League and look poised to take control of this game from the very first inning. Detroit, which averages 4.82 runs per game, has the ability to consistently put runners on base and drive them in, with key contributors like Riley Green and Spencer Torkelson leading the charge. The rest of the lineup complements them well, making it difficult for opposing pitchers to find any rhythm. On the mound, Chris Paddock is expected to limit the Royals' offense, who average just 3.82 runs per game, by working deep into the game and keeping hitters off balance. If Paddock can deliver multiple scoreless innings, the Tigers' reliable bullpen will be able to close out the game without much pressure, ensuring the lead is maintained. With a potent mix of offensive depth, strong starting pitching, and home field advantage, Detroit looks well-positioned to secure a commanding victory, putting together a performance that showcases why they are considered one of the premier teams in the league this season. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Tigers money line. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Minnesota Twins versus Chicago White Sox. The Twins have won 50% of the games this season when they were favored on the money line, 37-37. Minnesota has a 33-27 record, winning 55% of its games when it has played as moneyline favorites of -118 or shorter, showing that they can handle modest favoritism fairly well. This season, the White Sox have been the underdog 126 times and won 44, or 34.9%. of those games, struggling to pull off upsets consistently. Chicago has a record of 44-79, a 35.8% win rate, when it's set as an underdog of +100 or more by odds makers this season, highlighting their difficulty against stronger competition. The Twins have had an over-under set by odds makers 127 times, and have combined with opponents to go over the total in 55 of those games, 55 to 65 to 7. Reflecting moderate scoring output. Games involving the White Sox have gone over the total set by bookmakers in 56 of 128 chances this season, showing that both teams have had a relatively even mix of high and low scoring affairs. The Twins have struggled to generate offense this season, ranking 23rd in Major League Baseball by scoring just 4.2 runs per game, totaling 534 runs overall, highlighting challenges in consistently producing against opposing pitchers. Minnesota averages 1.1 home runs per game, good for 14th in MLB with 147 total home runs, showing moderate power but lacking elite pop in the lineup. The team batting average of .238 ranks 24th, reflecting difficulties in putting together sustained rallies. On the strikeout side, the Twins average 8.3 per game, ranking 14th, while their pitching staff complements that with a collective 8.6 K per 9, which ranks 12th in the majors, demonstrating an ability to miss bats. Minnesota's team ERA sits at 4.28, ranking 21st overall, indicating that while the pitching can keep games competitive, it is not dominant. Combined, these numbers paint a picture of a team that relies on timely hitting and sporadic power, while leaning on a middle-of-the-pack pitching staff to remain in contention. Byron Buxton leads the Minnesota offense this season, batting .272 with 25 home runs and 62 RBIs, topping the team in all three categories and providing a consistent power threat. Trevor Larnach has collected 101 hits this season and maintains an on-base percentage of .320 while slugging .412, offering a balanced combination of contact and moderate power. Brooks Lee has contributed 94 base hits, an OBP of .298, and a slugging percentage of .394, showing steady production and situational hitting ability. Catcher Ryan Jeffers is batting .259 with a .350 OBP and a .399 slugging percentage, giving Minnesota a reliable presence in the lineup with the ability to get on base and drive in runs. Collectively, these players form the core of the Twins' offense, providing a mix of power, contact, and on-base skills that can generate scoring opportunities even when the supporting lineup struggles. The White Sox have struggled offensively this season, scoring the 27th most runs in the league with just 497, averaging only 3.9 runs per game, making consistent production a major concern. Chicago's 126 home runs rank 23rd in Major League Baseball, indicating some power, but not enough to consistently carry the lineup. The team batting average of just .232 ranks 27th, showing difficulties in generating hits and sustaining rallies. On the strikeout side, the White Sox rank 16th in strikeouts per game at 8.3, while averaging the 24th most strikeouts per 9 innings, 7.9, reflecting a mix of patience and contact issues. On the mound, Chicago's pitching has been middling, with the team ERA sitting 20th at 4.22, a figure that keeps them competitive but rarely dominant. Taken together, the numbers illustrate a team struggling to find consistency on both sides of the ball, relying on flashes of talent rather than sustained production to win games. Martin, 4-9, will take the mound for the White Sox, making his 19th start of the season and looking to improve on a challenging campaign. On the offensive side, Miguel Vargas is batting .230 with 27 doubles, 2 triples, 13 home runs, and 46 walks, providing a steady presence in the lineup. Andrew Benintendi is hitting .225 with 14 doubles, 2 triples, 14 home runs, and 33 walks, contributing both power and occasional speed. Lenyn Sosa leads the team with a .272 batting average while pacing the White Sox in home runs, 17, and runs batted in, 57, serving as a key run producer. Luis Robert has struggled at times but is hitting .222 with 12 doubles, 13 home runs, and 40 walks, showing flashes of his offensive talent. Collectively, these players give the White Sox a mix of power, speed, and patience at the plate, which could help them generate runs even if the pitching continues to be inconsistent. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is total over 7.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Los Angeles Dodgers versus San Diego Padres. It's the middle game of a 3-game series between NL West rivals on the Diamond in Southern California, as the Los Angeles Dodgers travel to face the San Diego Padres Saturday afternoon, and Los Angeles beat Colorado 9-5 on the road Thursday afternoon to earn a split of their 4-game series. San Diego downed San Francisco 8-4 in the finale of a 4-game series to take 3 of the 4 contests. Los Angeles managed to earn a split of their 4-game set with the lowly Rockies as they took the finale of the set Thursday afternoon. The Dodgers entered Friday 73-55 and held a 1-game lead on the Padres for the top spot in the NL West. Against Colorado Thursday, Los Angeles banged out a dozen hits as Alex Freeland, run, RBI, paced the team with 3. Freddie Freeman, his 16th, and Andy Pages, his 21st, each went deep in the contest for the Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw, 8-2, earned the win on the mound as he threw 5.2 innings, allowing 3 runs on 6 hits with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Before handing things off to the bullpen, Tyler Glasnow is on the bump for the Dodgers as he makes his 13th start of the season in this contest. He is 1-1 with a 3.12 ERA, a 1.145 whip, 28 walks, and 72 strikeouts over 57.2 innings of work this season. Glasnow didn't factor in the decision in his last start, which came at home against the Padres Sunday afternoon. He threw 5 innings, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits with 1 walk and 8 strikeouts in an eventual 5-4 Dodgers triumph. In his last 3 starts, Glasnow has no record with a 2.55 ERA, a 1.132 whip, 7 walks, and 23 strikeouts over 17.2 innings of work. Glasnow makes his 8th career appearance, 5th start, against the Padres in this contest. He has no record with a 2.79 ERA, a 0.897 whip, 8 walks, and 35 strikeouts over 29 innings of work against them. Glasnow has no record with a 2.12 ERA, a 0.588 whip, 3 walks, and 22 strikeouts over 17 innings of work in 4 career appearances, 2 starts at Petco Park. San Diego won their 3rd straight game as they doubled up the Giants at home Thursday afternoon in their previous contest. The Padres entered Friday 72-56 and stood 2nd in the NL East, 1 game behind the Dodgers for the top spot. They held the 2nd wild card spot in the National League playoff picture, 5 games clear of the Reds to remain in the playoff picture. Against San Francisco, San Diego totaled 11 hits as Fernando Tatis Jr., 2 runs, Luis Reyes, run, Manny Machado, run, 3 RBI, and Ramon Laureano, run, RBI, each had a pair. Dylan Cease, 6-11, earned the win as he threw 5 innings, allowing 4 runs on 6 hits with 2 walks and 7 strikeouts, before handing things off to the bullpen. Nestor Cortez is on the bump for the Padres as he makes his 6th start of the year overall, and his 4th with the team here. He is 1-2 with a 5.87 ERA, a 1.652 whip, 15 walks and 22 strikeouts over 23 innings of work on the year. Cortes took the loss in his last start, which came Monday against the Giants at home. He threw 5.2 innings, allowing 4 runs on 7 hits with 4 walks and 5 strikeouts in a 4-3 Padres defeat. In his last 3 starts, Cortes is 0-1 with a 4.20 ERA, a 1.60 WHIP, 8 walks and 14 strikeouts over 15 innings of work. Cortes makes his 3rd career appearance, 2nd start, against the Dodgers in this contest. He is 0-1 with a 4.91 ERA, a 1.227 WHIP, 2 walks and 8 strikeouts over 7.1 innings of work against them. Cortes took the loss in his lone career start at Petco Park, which came Monday against the Giants. As a result, he is 0-1 with a 6.35 ERA, a 1.941 WHIP, 4 walks and 5 strikeouts over 5.2 innings of work there, showing he has struggled to find consistency both overall and at this ballpark in particular. These are the top 2 teams in the NL West, though they've reached this point by very different paths. The Dodgers have largely relied on their potent offense to compensate for a rotation plagued by injuries. But Los Angeles is gradually getting healthier heading into the stretch run, and they'll need all their arms to perform at a high level to maintain their position. San Diego, on the other hand, boasts arguably the deepest bullpen in the league, allowing them to shorten games effectively and navigate late-inning situations with confidence. Cortes has not set the world on fire this season, surrendering 9 home runs in just 23 innings, which raises concerns about his ability to go deep into games. While the Padres remain a tough opponent, Glasnow has been more reliable than Cortes at this point, giving San Diego a slight edge in starting pitching and overall stability as these teams continue their battle atop the division. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Los Angeles Dodgers ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.